Hi dancers, welcome back to my channel. I'm Claudia Dean and this is Hana, who's just 12 years of age. Hana trains with the Dance Company in Brisbane and most of you would recognise her from my class with Claudia DVD. Today we're doing our part 2 on how to get higher extensions. Most of these exercises are actually focused on how to improve your arabesque and also your a la seconde. So I'm going to take you through these exercises and demonstrate these on Hana. Like, comment and subscribe to my channel so you can see all my latest videos, and let's get started, Hana. Exercise number 1 targets your hip flexor. Some of you have requested an exercise to help get your legs higher that doesn't require a bar, so here it is for you. Now Hana, our first exercise, we're actually going to go on our knees. And all I want you to do is extend the right leg out devant and really make sure that this right hip is back so the right hip and the left hip are completely level. Now, also another thing to watch out for is we want to make sure our dots, so dancers, if you've seen my other videos, you'll know all about the dots, but basically we've got to make sure that this muscle here is facing up towards the ceiling. So you're really working this part, so the hamstrings, the inside thighs, rather than the quads when you're doing this exercise. So Hana, we're going to try and make sure that's facing up to the ceiling. Now you're going to put your arms into a normal 4th position, so out, that's it. Now, all I want you to try and do, keeping this supporting leg on a 90-degree angle and keeping the hips back, don't move anything else, but just lift the leg and then lower. That's it, and again, lift, and then lower. That's it, and try and go higher, keeping the right muscles working, that's it, lower. Now, don't be alarmed too, see how you're sort of falling off balance? It's actually a great one for balance too. So this obviously works the hip flexor muscles, but also it'll be really good for you to sort of work out where you're falling, so it does help with the balance too. Maybe here, just feel like you're lifting up on that side just a little bit more when you do this. So lifting up, okay, lift, and down. That's better. Now Hana, for your age, so you're only 12, I'd recommend you do 10 on each leg, so don't forget to do the left as well. And perhaps if you do start to feel stronger in this exercise, you could boost it up by 2, so you could start doing 12 after a month, then maybe another 2, another month later, but not too many. Just making sure that you don't feel too fatigued. Also, before we go on to exercise number 2, do make sure you watch my part 1 video on how to get higher extensions, just because I did go through on what muscles you should use to get your legs above 90 degrees. So I'm going to actually teach you another exercise which is great for this. It really targets your psoas muscle, which is the muscle that you use to get your legs to up to 180 degrees. You do require a TheraBand for this exercise also. Now dancers, you're going to get your TheraBand and you're going to tie it to a bar like this. Now if you don't have a bar at home, I'd recommend you use either a table leg or a chair leg. And now Hana, you're going to put your left leg through the TheraBand here. So come around, that's it, and let's put your left leg in. Perfect, and we're going to reach it all the way up to where, past your knee, that's it, to where your thigh is. Okay, now if you can get on all 4s and making sure that your knees here are on a 90-degree angle, that's it, and so are the arms. So a little bit further back, perfect. Now all I want you to do is pull this thigh closer towards your arms, that's it, slowly, go back again. Now use a little bit more resistance, so go slow, 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 that's it, and then back. Now you should feel your hip flexor muscle in here and your psoas, you should feel that activate as you're pulling it in. Can you feel that? That's good. There, and then down. Keep your knee a little bit closer to the floor as well. Yes. Keep it closer. That's it, and then down. Good, and again, out, and then come back. Perfect. Now Hana, with that exercise, I'd recommend you do around 10 on each leg, just because you can probably feel the psoas muscle and the hip flexor really activate, and that's actually the muscle that we use to get our legs above 90 degrees, so that's going to be a really good one for you to do. So just keep those reps up and just practice it every day. Exercise number 3. Now Hana, the next exercise is just a regular leg mount. However, I'm going to go through with you how you should be holding your foot and leg correctly, just so you really get maximum stretch and strength from this exercise. So what I want you to do, you're going to wrap your arm underneath your leg, then with your fingers you're going to grab your toes. Now you're going to stretch out the leg devant, keeping this right hip back as much as possible, and now you're going to open it out to second, Perfect. Now that you're in this perfect position with the hip down as much as possible, that's it. All I want you to do, Hana, is just let go and put the right arm up into fifth and hold for 10 seconds. 10. Now with this leg mount stretch and strengthening exercise, definitely hold them for 10 seconds on right and left, because this will ensure that you're in the correct position when you're doing the stretch and you're doing the leg mount. But then when you release, it just means as well your hips are really square and you're actually practicing putting your leg in a really neat second position that is above 90, and obviously that's going to give you the strength. Exercise number 4. This one targets your lower back and it's great to increase the leg height of your arabesque. Now Hana, the next exercise, I want you to go into a normal first arabesque. So left leg up and you're going to rest it on the bar, just the ankle bone though. Perfect, and bring that side around just a little bit more. Now all I want you to do is 8 pulses without touching the bar. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Hana, on the last one, so the 8th one, I want you to try and lift slightly higher. 8. That's it, and lower down. Perfect, so that last one, it will really help the strength. And for this one, Hana, I definitely recommend just 8 at your age, because you're only 12. And as I said, you can slowly build it up by 1, maybe every month, as you feel it sort of gets less and less fatigued. Exercise number 5. This one's great to increase the flexibility of your lower back. So I'd recommend you do exercise number 4 and 5 together. Now Hana, the next exercise, I want you to grab the right hand onto the bar and you're going to now put your leg into an arabesque position and you're going to try and put your knee, that's it, on the bar, and then grab with the left arm. And now you're going to lengthen out the leg, that's it. And if you can fondue for me, and then stretch, and then fondue again, and then stretch. Now I'd recommend you do 4 fondues, Hana, really so you can get that stretch in the back. And as you sort of feel the stretch become less and less over a few months, you could probably increase it by 1 again. So you could go up to 5, then 6 fondues. Okay, can you feel that in the arms and in the back? This is really good for the back flexibility. Exercise number 6 is great to increase the flexibility in your lower back again. Now it does require a back stretcher, so you could use one of these, or I've also got this one here, and I'll link these below. If you don't have any of these, you can also use a friend. Now Hana, we're going to get our back stretcher for this next exercise, and we're actually going to wrap it around underneath of the foot. So we're going to wrap it around a few times, because the more we wrap it, the more of the stretch you're going to feel and the higher the leg will get. So we're probably going to wrap it around that much. That's it, and then bring it back around. Good. And now we're going to pull it into arabesque position and we're going to pull it around the opposite shoulder. There we are, grab onto the bar, good. And let's put your arm through, the left arm through, good. And then grab onto the bar and we're going to stretch out the leg into a first arabesque and we're going to point the foot, perfect. And now let's lift it up. Good, so you can feel that stretch. There, probably more when I pull it, that's it. Now Hana, we're just going to do 10 little pulses. So you're going to lift up, then resist down, lift up, and then resist down, then lift up. That's it, because this then works and activates this lower back muscles, which we really want working in this stretch and strengthening exercises. So 10 pulses. And Hana, you can obviously wrap that around your foot more if you want to get more of a stretch and get a higher leg. But I think now for your age, and you're only 12, I think let's start off with just 10 little pulses and keeping it wrapped around just a few times. So when you get a little bit older, we can do more. Also dancers, don't forget to stretch safely. All of these should be done in moderation, and if you do the right amount, you'll really see a great difference in your leg heights. Thanks for watching dancers, and we hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next video. Bye!